once again, folks, welcome along to another video, and to fault to those reached. This time around it's a fly tying video, and I've had a lot of requests for this particular video. How do I make my quill bodies? It's not that difficult, it just requires a minimum level of skill, and this is how it's done. Okay folks, to make this nice juicy quill body, what I'm going to use this hook here. It's just basically a curved hook. The idea is to understand how the quill body is made. It's irrelevant at this point what sort of hook you make. I'm just going to tie a parachute fly using with a quill body. So you'll be able to see the quill body being made, which is the object of this video here. So I'm going to tie in a bit of winging material here, a wing post, and it's made of, as you can see, a sort of luminous yellowy green material. It's in fact a bit of a shoelace, but you can use anything you like to make a wing post. So the thread I'm using here is uni thread 140 denier, which is the equivalent of 8/0 and in yellow. So in touching turns down along to create the underbody. Now at this stage I'm going to use this as a permanent black marker, also known as a Sharpie across the pond, I think, and I just touch the tying thread roughly every quarter of an inch or so with the marker 7 or 8 times, and then I use this material here. This is Hans body quills, and it comes in a huge variety of colours. This one, as you can see, is the what do you call it, the designation on it is BQ-90 if you want to get this particular colour. And basically all it is just very fine plastic, and it's very translucent and makes for a very nice body. So what I do is, because it's so fine, I double it up to make it be all day winding it on in just a single strand. So I double it up. And square it off there. Now we tie in the body quills, and again we're going to continue back up along the hook in touching turns, and you will see that the black marker has left its mark on it and has created this segmented effect. And now you just wind on the body quills over the yellow thread underbody. And you will see that that has now created that really nice realistic quill body. And you can use this for, in this case it's a dry fly, you can use it for nymphs and also wet flies, and it's a very, very realistic looking body. So if you came here just for the body part, well, you can tune out now if you like. Thanks very much for watching. If you're leaving me, or you can choose to stay with me, and I'm going to continue and complete this fly here. So next I'm going to blacken the thread by 7 or 8 inches of it again with the marker, and I'm going to tie in the hackle here. This is a Cree, it's a genetic hackle in Cree. Gives a very nice effect, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to strip the center stem and expose it and then tie it in just in front of the wing by the tip here. Now, if you have a parachute tool, it'll be very useful to make this next maneuver. But I do it like this. It's just the way I've developed doing this. A parachute tool is very handy for doing this if you have one. So, or unless you want to learn how to do this, it just requires a little bit of dexterity. Not the easiest thing in the world to do, but I'm climbing up along both the hackle and the wing post, and now I'm climbing back down until I reach the hook shank again. Right, now at this point I'm going to add in a little dubbin. Now the dubbin I'm using is coming out of this box here. It's not really important what dubbin you use, it's just needs to be a little bit darker than the body, as is sort of consistent with most natural insects. The thoracic part is generally darker than the body itself, so just to make it sort of consistent with the natural insect, we use darker types of dubbin. So I'm going here and then behind, and then just in front of the wing again. And now the hackle anti-clockwise. Again, if you have a parachute tool, it'll make this a little easier, but going down in one turn, and on the second turn I go under the thread, and again with the third turn under the thread, and now I bring it just behind the eye, and that will be my finishing off point. So now just to trim anything that's sort of under the hook. Whip finish. Just pull everything out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turn whip finish. Should secure it. So now the hackle is trapped in two places, and it's very, very secure. Trim off any little fibers that are hanging underneath, and cut the wing to length. And there we are, parachute fly. But the important thing here is the quill body. It's very, very natural looking. In the case of the dry fly, the body sinks just under the surface, giving the impression of a fly in the process of hatching, and is very, very good fly for during any hatch of upwinged flies, and it's also a very good search pattern if you just want to search the water. It'll bring fish up too. So once again, thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like it and like what I do, I'd appreciate it if you subscribed and liked the video. So thanks again, and good day on Céad Orella. Good day, Shiv Sloan.